Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a warehouse in Minecraft for all of your city building needs. Not only will I show you how to make the entire outside of the warehouse, but I will show you how to make the entire inside as well. And you know what? Just for you, I'll throw in 2 vehicle tutorials that will also complement this build, including a scissor lift to help us reach high shelves in the warehouse, and I will also show you how to make a pickup truck. I would also highly recommend adding lorries to the front of the warehouse and a forklift to the side. I will not show you how to make these in the video, but I do have separate tutorials for these builds, easily found down below in the description. Also, fun fact, I was hidden somewhere in the intro of this video. Let me know if, where, when and how you spotted me. This is the amount of space required to make the build, including a handy grid, which you may choose to copy, that will show you the starting position. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing a cyan terracotta on the ground. Then place 4 white concrete on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend to the right by 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We then want to extend down to the ground, almost, but before we reach the ground with the white concrete, we want to place a cyan terracotta there instead. Then we want to continue extending backwards from this 24th block by 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And once again, we can extend almost down to the ground, but then we'll stick a cyan terracotta there to connect to it. We then want to extend all the way across the back of the build, and we are looking to roughly line up with the front corner of the build. We can make this easy on ourselves and just extend from the front all the way to the back like this to join together at a right angle. Then we can extend this corner down. Once again, just before we hit the ground, we will place a cyan terracotta there. And on this side of the build, the left side of the warehouse, we can connect these cyan terracottas together, just front to back, and then we can fill this entire wall section in using white concrete. There isn't any detail on this side of the build. And also, whilst we are here, we can make the roof structure. This is really simple. On top of this long row of white concrete, we leave a gap of 2 on both sides, and then we place a row of white concrete that is 2 rows shorter on the left and the right. And we actually want to repeat this 2 more times. So we'll place another row that's 2 rows shorter, and then another row that is 2 rows shorter. And that's it. So 1, 2, 3 times in total. On the back of the build, we will connect our cyan terracotta together again, just left to right. And then we will fill these walls in using white concrete. Then, once we've filled in the back of the build, we can add the same roof structure on this side as well, which is once again just 3 layers of white concrete that are 2 rows shorter than each other, just like this, stacked 1, 2, 3. It will match the opposite side. It'll be fairly apparent if we've done this wrong when we move on to the actual roof. And whilst we are on this side of the build, why don't we make a little bit of it? So, starting on the left side here, which is closest to the front, we will extend this cyan terracotta back a row. Destroy this block here, place an andesite, then a spruce door. Right of this, we will place 9 cyan terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We will then place 5 stone brick stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll stick a cyan terracotta here. We're going to stack 3 rows of stairs, 1, 2, 3, on top of our pre-existing row of 5, just extending all the way up to the top of the wall like this. We are then going to fill this wall in using white concrete. Then we are going to place a stone brick wall in this position near this garage door, then a light grey concrete on top of it. Then we will place a lever in front of the light grey concrete and then iron bars extending all the way up to the very top of the wall. Then we can move around to the front of the build, and starting all the way over here on the left, for no other reason than I want to, we will extend this cyan terracotta to the right by 1. Then behind and to the right here, we will place 5 stone brick stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we will place 3, 1, 2, 3 cyan terracotta. 5 more stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 terracotta, 1, 2, 3, 5 stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a single terracotta on the end here. So what we will then do is on top of the cyan terracotta, we will stack white concrete, and we'll even extend this cyan terracotta backwards and stack white concrete extending up. We will extend the cyan terracotta 1 row forwards, and stack the white concrete extending up just like this. This adds depth to the doors. We then want to stack more rows of stone brick stairs extending up inside of our frame here, just all the way up to the very top. And there we go, that's perfect. Which leads us onto the inside of the warehouse, where the first thing that we are going to do is remove all of the grass. And we will replace all of that grass with good old andesite. I don't know why, but there is no other material that just strikes me as a warehouse floor material. This just looks perfect. Now that we've made the floor, we are going to make the roof. But before that, we have to alter the front wall here a little bit. So we have to extend all of our white concretes upwards like this. But then we have to decide what to do with the top of the doors. So I don't mind the idea of sea lanterns or another light block above the doors, because it kind of shines down and through the front like this, so it kind of helps to illuminate the doors a bit, which I like. And I also like them on the inside as they provide additional light. You may prefer to use a different block, say cyan terracotta, which you can still see from the outside, and it looks good, and it probably makes more sense as well, but it's up to you. My personal choice is sea lanterns, but I know that some people don't like them, so right now, each one of the garage doors are in the closed position, but if you wanted to have 1, 2, or all of them open, we can remove the door like this, and then we would place stone brick stairs in this position, starting from underneath where we have the sea lanterns here. And it's easier to place these if we have a block to place them against. And we want to place stone brick stairs like this, kind of like facing towards us, extending back into the door, just like so. And technically there should be 4 rows of them, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And this is the door just like swung open, which is perfect. And we'll leave this one open just for the fun of it. We will do more of this later on, but we can also just replace underneath where the garage door has been open. And then this way, you can back a truck up to this, or a forklift, or a truck and a forklift, and it just looks perfect. But regardless, now you know how to have the door open or closed, and you can have this set up in any way you'd like. Let's move up to the roof. The roof is really simple. We start off by placing a stone slab here hanging off the front of the roof. We extend the slab out, and then we extend it back and up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Like this, just extending all the way up to the top of the roof like this. And then it extends along the flat portion of the roof just like so. And then we're going to come down to the opposite side, extend a slab off, extend 1 row towards us, and then in and up, extending all the way until we hit this position here. And there we go, that's how you make the roof for the warehouse, as all we have to do now is extend the slabs all the way across, just like this, until we overhang this side. We can make the side of the roof just like so, extending all the way across the top. And I'm just going to come over to here and extend these slabs all the way across. I really like making roofs for some reason, starting off by making the outline, even if it isn't the most economical way of doing them. There we go, and that's perfect. And what you will find is every other block or so is a stone block, and all of the rest are slabs. So I would extend the actual stone blocks across, just like this. And then after you have extended the stone, I would extend these stone slabs. I'm also contemplating extending this row, an additional row up, just like this. But I don't know if that looks better or worse, you know? But maybe we'll extend that an additional row up. I don't know. I think I'd prefer it a little bit flatter, so... Same thing on the back, we connect the stones together first. And now that we've done that, it's significantly easier just to add these slabs in afterwards, especially if you are clumsy like me. Now that we have made the entire outside of the warehouse, we are going to head inside and work on the interior. First of all, we are going to add switches for the garage doors. One is here. We will place a stone brick wall in this position, light grey concrete on top, leather here, and then iron bars extending up to the roof. And we will do the same here as well. Stone brick wall, light grey concrete, leather, iron bars extending all the way up, just like this. Next, we are going to make a bunch of shelving units. These are in two places, in the middle of the warehouse and all along the inside walls of the warehouse. We're going to start with the middle. To position these, we will come to the left side of this stone brick wall. We will count 1, 2, and on this third block here, we want to stack 1, 2, 3 spruce trapdoors on top of each other vertically. We will then extend the bottom and top block to the right by 2. Then we will stack 3 more spruce trapdoors on the opposite side to make this shape. It just looks like a capital letter A. This is one shelf. Then we are going to make 2 more extending this direction, and we are going to make them as close together as possible. So we can literally just do this on the next block along, as you can see. So we can't place them on this block, but we cut the next, and there we have another shelf. And then in this row, we want to have 1 more. So as close as possible, we stack the 3 trapdoors, 2 extending across, and then 3 more here, just like this. And this is just 1 row of shelves. In addition to this, we want to have 2 more shelves against this wall in the same position that these are in. So we count 1, 2, and on this third block here, 1, 2, 3, stack these all up. Then we can just place these against the wall. 1, 2, 3, stack them all up, and you can see it's in the same place. Then another one here as well. 1, 2, 3, stack all of these up. 1, 2, 3, join the bottom, join the top, and that's perfect. So we have 2 shelves here against this wall, 3 in the middle, and now we are going to extend all the way across the warehouse. So we want to leave a gap of 1 from these shelves, and then we want to make another set of these. So literally just leave 1 row's gap, and then however you want to make these, I find that I make them in different ways. Like sometimes I place 1 row of the 3 like this, and then I extend the top and bottom, and then I do the opposite side. And then sometimes I find, for whatever reason, I make both of the vertical sides and then connect the top and bottom together. But it doesn't really matter as long as we have the exact same thing moving across the entire row. So that's perfect. So now we have a set of 6 shelves in the middle. We want to do the same thing again either side of this stone brick wall here. So we count 1, 2, and on this third block here, we literally just want to do the exact same thing. So same set of 6 shelves, same position, made in the same way. Let's do it. That is absolutely perfect. So those are all of the middle shelves, but just as with that side, we do also want to have a set of shelves along this wall. They're in the exact same position as the previous ones. So 1, 2, 3 here. We are literally going to make the exact same set of shelves. They're just against the wall. We'll be able to make 3 of them as well. So now, as you can see, we have a bunch of shelves just along the outer walls and these middle walls. But what about the back wall? Well, we can actually make it so that we have a larger shelf right in the middle of the back wall like this. So we'll have a row of 3 here, and we still want the sides of these shelves to be 3 rows high. But the difference being is that the middle part of the shelves are also 3 rows. So as you can see, this sits just nicely in the middle. So instead of 2, we have 3, and we can place 1 here, and then we can come into this hallway, I'll call it. Aisle, I suppose, might be the better word. And we can make another one of equal size, so just 3. Just like this. And then 1 here as well. So this is a little bit trickier. I believe that would go here. Wouldn't it? Yep, that's right. And then 1, 2, 3. Stack all of them up. Stack them up like this. So, at its base, this is the warehouse. So we just have a bunch of similar sized shelves. So they're all the same height. A few of them are a little bit wider. But what if you wanted to make some of them taller? Well, you can actually do that. So I would recommend keeping these shelves in the middle this size. I think that that's perfect. But why don't we make the shelves on the outer walls here a little bit taller? That also gives us a nice excuse to make that scissor lift that I showed you at the start of the video. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense to have it because we can reach everything. So on these shelves, if you want, you can add just another row of 2 spruce trapdoors, extending up like this, right? And then just top them off like this. So we can now store stuff on 3 different levels, bottom, middle, and top, just like this. And that's absolutely perfect. And it gives us a nice little bit of contrast. It's hard to... maybe it's easier to do it from this shelf here. It's hard to actually place these without having to place other blocks as well. So actually, now that we have a little bit of a perch to make these from, it is a bit easier. But anyway, my point is that I'm now going to move around the outside of the warehouse. So I've already made this wall. I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to do the same thing there as well. So I'm just going to raise all of these up. But sometimes we may find that we have to place additional blocks just to perch on to start off with. Now that we have made all of our shelves, it's time for us to add some lights. The way that this works is that we place end rods in this position on the roof, and the end rods line up with the left and right side of the garage doors. So we have as many lights as we do garage doors, like this, and then we place iron trapdoors connecting the end rods left to right, just like this. And we also want to have these same set of industrial lights on the back of the build. And we can cheat a little bit. We can copy our own homework by positioning ourselves like this. And we can just line up with the front of the build. And then we can just place iron trapdoors underneath. So otherwise it's a little bit trickier as we don't have garage doors to use as a reference on the back of the build, but I think that we have pretty much nailed it if we just move along. This seems to be the same position all along the back. Now that we have made all of our lights, it's time for us to stock our shelves. We will do this by placing a mixture of chests, brown shulker boxes, crafting tables, smithing tables, cartography tables, bookshelves, and chiseled bookshelves all along our shelves in differing amounts. There is no pattern to this, or at least I'm trying to avoid creating a pattern. I just want to, as kind of randomly as possible, which is actually very hard to do, or at least it is for me, because I kind of fall into these building patterns. I'm just trying to place blocks a little bit randomly all along the shelves like this. So on the taller shelves you can even stack them up high like this, and then on the shorter shelves, if you want, you can just fill the bottom shelves like this, or you can stick stuff on the upper part of the shelf too. It doesn't really matter as long as you are happy with the end result. But I think that that's enough for me. Pretty simple. They're not fully stocked. I like the fact that there's quite a few gaps. I'm going to leave it like this. Now that we have stocked our shelves, let me show you how to make a scissor lift. A scissor lift is a vehicle/machine that will allow us to reach up and grab those items on those high shelves. So I'm recommending that you build one of these all the way over on this outer aisle, and you start off by placing a black concrete right here, with a smooth stone slab to the right of it, black concrete to the right of that, 2 polished tough slabs extending forwards from the smooth stone, add another smooth stone slab, black concrete left and right, and then smooth stone slabs filling in these gaps. Add stone buttons to the sides of the wheels. Then add 2 light grey concrete here with stone pressure plates on top. Ladder here. Stone button here. Then add yellow carpet on top of the wheels, and also on this side connect the yellow carpet just front to back. Then add a row of bamboo fence along the middle of this area. Next, we will place a chain here and here on top of our bamboo fence with iron bars in between. Then a row of bamboo fence along the top of this. We then will add polished tough slab here and here with yellow concrete surrounding the slab in a rectangular shape like this. Then a light grey concrete here, stone pressure plate here, leather here, and then iron bars all the way around, just like this. Then we will add glow item frames here and here with red concrete inside of them, and here with red concrete inside of them. I like to add bamboo signs in between these, because I think it looks quite good. And I did consider that you could add them all the way around. I'm not certain that that would look any better, and I did think maybe like along the sides at the bottom here, but I'm not certain that that looks any better either, but do feel free to experiment. With the entire inside of the warehouse complete, we can now head outside and work on the exterior. The first thing that we have to do is remove all of the remaining grass inside of our grid and also the grid itself. Next, we want to place a row of stone extending all the way around the perimeter of the grid. We will start all the way along the left side of the grid, extending all the way around the back, and then all the way to the front. We then want to extend inwards on both sides of the front, lining up with the edge of the warehouse. So on this side we will do the same. And the difference on the front is that instead of stone, we want to place a row of andesite that is the same width as the warehouse, just like this. That's perfect. Next, we are going to fill all of the remaining empty space in using andesite. Next, we will add iron bars along the top of the stone that surrounds the perimeter of the building to create a fence. Once you have placed one row of the iron bars, add one more on top. Next, let me show you how to make a pickup truck. I'm making mine on the right side of the warehouse, somewhere in between that doorway and the light switch. So let's say right about here. Place a black concrete on the ground with a smooth stone slab to the right of it and a black concrete right of that. Add smooth stone slabs in front of and behind this, with stone buttons on the sides of the black concrete. Add a blast furnace on the front center part of the vehicle with a stone stair behind. Now we get to choose the color of the truck. Mine is made using red wool and red carpet, but you can exchange these for any wool and carpet combination. Place red wool, or your wool of choice, all the way around the furnace and the stair. Extend the back row up one. Add a string above the stair. Glass along the remaining walls and blast furnace with red carpet all the way along the top of the cab. Next, we will make headlights by placing glow item frames here and here, with acacia buttons on the sides of the same blocks. Then, moving around to the back, we will place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished tough slabs in this position. Extend the 5th slab left and right. Then add 2 black concrete extending back towards the front of the truck with stone buttons on the sides of the black concrete. Add string here and here and here and here. We then want to add a layer of light grey carpet along the bed of the truck. Then we will add spruce trapdoors to the left and right side of the truck flipped up. with oak trapdoors at the back here, which we will also flip up. Next, we will add glow item frames to the two back corners of the truck with red concrete inside of them. And then you actually have the option of adding stuff in the bed of the truck as well, if you'd like. So we could remove these two blocks, say, and add a crafting table and a furnace. You could even add a chest in here if you liked as well. The only problem is, which I'm demonstrating now, is that if you add a chest or a block that you can kind of, it just doesn't quite fit the whole area, then you will have this little gap underneath it, which is ever so slightly immersion breaking from the top, but from the sides it doesn't really matter. To circumvent this, you can simply place it above one of the wheels if you like, and reserve this spot for something like crafting tables, furnaces, or solid blocks. Next, let me show you how to make a porta potty, or a portaloo if you like. Outdoor toilet for short. In the front right hand corner of the yard, we will leave a gap of 1 extending inwards diagonally, and we will place a light blue concrete. Let's place 2 to the left, 1, 2, and extend forwards by 2, 1, 2, and also add 2 blocks here as well, 1, 2. This build is all about 2s. We will then place an upside down smooth quartz stair here with an oak trapdoor on top. Place an additional layer of light blue concrete all the way around like so. Add an item frame here, stone button here, white banner here, and flip it down. We will then add a backwards door here and a stone button here. So this is how we will get in and out. For a little bit of privacy, let's add a roof. Place smooth quartz stairs extending along the left and right side of the porta potty, 2 smooth quartz blocks here and a slab right in the very middle. We can then place a pale oak sign in this position, and here we go. We can nip in here when we need to nip in here. You don't need to use an upside down stair for this block. If you'd prefer, you can use a cauldron as well, and this works nicely. And if for some reason that you actually wanted to leave this wonderfully spacious masterpiece, you just hit the stone button that is the toilet roll holder and quickly dash out. Next to the porta potty, I like the idea of there being just kind of like random things in the yard just to kind of fill up a little bit of space. So my recommendation for this is an empty pallet, which is simply a 3x3 row of campfires which you extinguish with water bottles. And you can also just add like random pipes as well. So we can make these by placing rows of polished andesite stairs like this, connected together. And then we can place another row of the stairs on top like this, also just connected together. Maybe even like a crafting table, a chest, and maybe even like a pot as well. Just stuff kind of left about, you know? Another recommendation I have is to add a forklift to the yard. I have placed mine in front of our side garage here. If you would like a tutorial for this, I already have one linked down below. You'll be able to find it easily in the description. I would also recommend adding a lorry or two to the warehouse yard in front of the garages. If you would like a tutorial for this lorry, I have already linked one down below in the description. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is the entire tutorial 100% fully completed. However, this video is not over. We must now add our warehouse into our city. This is an incredibly easy choice, as I specifically made this warehouse so that the factory didn't get too lonely. We are going to place it right next to it in our new blossoming industrial area, and menacingly sized Poppy Playtime factory in the background. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also, consider becoming a channel member. You will gain access to loyalty badges, some fun emojis, and a monthly download for every single build used in our city. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.